Hey guys, John here from thereview.com, and today we're doing a buyer's guide for gymnastics rings. Once again, I'm joined by my friend Bass from SPS Gear. Now Bass, there's plenty of gymnastic rings on the market. What separates a good pair from a bad pair?
All right, you want to look at three things. You want to look at the webbing, the buckle system, and the ring itself. Okay, if you take account these rings here, these are a 38mm strap, as opposed to some will use just a 25mm strap. It's a little bit thinner, cuts into your arms while you're doing dips and muscle ups. Another thing you want to see is the stretch. Okay, you want something with zero stretch in it. Okay, you don't want to waste all that energy on your muscle up and getting a spring out of it, and then having to try and pull yourself up. So you can tell that by the weave. You know, giving it a good pull, giving it a bit of a stretch, and seeing how it feels. One thing you want to look at is the buckle system. A lot of them, or the old school ones, use the cam buckle, okay, which is great, but you spend hours trying to adjust them from level to level. With these ones here, we use the carabiner. Easy adjustment, you just unclip them, move it down to the next notch, and you're done, and everything is guaranteed to be at the same height.
Compared to some of the other ones which don't use that buckle system, how hard would it be to adjust those rings?
It's not that hard, but you do have to fiddle around. There's no set measurement, where these are set at 100mm slots, which moves the ring up about a 50mm increment each time.
Okay, now what about the ring itself? What are some things we should look at in terms of the actual...
Okay, with the ring, you want to look at construction of the ring. How smooth it is, how rough it is, the quality of timber that's used. The good thing about using the timber versus the plastic tends to get quite slippery. You get a lot of nylon burn, especially if you're using that false grip. Okay, with these we also offer a small piece of sandpaper in with the packet in case you do want them a little bit rougher. Okay. Rings can be done in two sizes, the fixed spec, which is a gymnastic spec, or a slightly thicker specification as well. Depending on hand size, people like to choose a little between those two. We find the girls like the fixed spec because they're a little bit narrower and they can get a good grip on them, where men is about a 50-50 mix.
And so what would you recommend for a CrossFit affiliate owner taking out his gym? Would you recommend, I suppose, this setup here, or would you maybe recommend a cheaper version?
All depends what fits in your budget. These ones are great because we find we just fix the ring into place, and if you're going to take them on and off quite a lot, just easily throw the carabiner over, give it a clip, and it's done. If you're hanging them from a high ceiling, well, the cam buckle is probably going to work better for you because you can get a bit more adjustment and pull them up out of the way.
And for someone who works out in a park, if maybe they're throwing the straps over a tree or something, would you recommend a setup like this as well?
Yeah, this would be a lot easier for them. It's just throw it over, one clip, and you're done.
Cool. Well, Bass, once again, thanks for your time. And if you want to find out more about Bass's products, head to his website, spsgear.com.
Got a t-shirt.
It's on my t-shirt. You can look at it there.